Welcome to Yes Offense. Trigger warning, disclaimer, whatever you want to call it, this podcast will feature graphic language about sex, race, violence, and anything else that might make people uncomfortable. However, this is a comedy podcast, and everything and anything talked about on it should be viewed as an attempt at humor. Like, if you hear anything on this podcast you don't agree with or like, please just turn it off. No one on here is a politician or actually affecting the way you live. So if you genuinely have a problem with anything said on here, redirect your energy at a real issue going on in the real world. Now let's get into the show.
It's on.
It's on.
We're going. You're talking about the Resident Evil bitch?
Yeah, the one with the big titties. So, all right. So
they
just made like the 8th Resident Evil, and there's already porn parodies on Pornhub about it.
Yeah,
so it's this tall ass bitch in the game with just big ass titties, and she's got these yellow teeth. But for some reason, I get it. I understand.
It's a law of porn. As soon as something good happens.
Yeah, people are like really into like her being taller than them, I guess, and like so well proportioned that they want her to like super dominate them. That's weird though. She's super. I've never actually. What other video game characters are even like that I know of? I'll introduce you guys in a
maybe
second.
Samus
from
Metroid Prime.
Yeah,
you know that bitch is tall.
No, yeah, but I don't even mean like she's not fetishized the same way though. I feel like is she? Am I missing something?
Know. You can go down a rabbit hole on the hub if you start looking up fucking video game characters that people are doing. Lara Croft.
Yeah, but she's almost like a fetishized version of a woman anyways. Like she's got the tits and she's got her ass hanging out and she's badass. She's got 2 guns. Yeah, wow, yeah.
Maybe, hey, ooh.
The Japanese really nailed that hentai market.
For real. Oh, okay, so welcome to the show. Yes Offense. I'm here with my man Cody Marino and Mussa. I almost said your brother's name. I'm sorry.
It's weird.
He is your roommate.
He is my roommate. Now, I get plugs out of the way first, guys. So, anything to plug? Anything? Projects, shows coming up? What do you guys got?
I'll go first. My Instagram is Cody the Comic, CODYTHECOMIC. Also, you could check out the list of stand-up shows at standupnewyork.com or unhingedent.com as well. There's some good shit on there. Mo, what do you got?
Duke Dangles on Instagram. I forgot what my TikTok name is because I was banned.
Yeah,
and I had to switch it up. So I think it's Legendary Mussa. Muzza.
I can't imagine why they would ever ban you of all people.
Very
you're family friendly. Like I'd let you watch my kids.
Yeah, man.
From 20 feet away. You know.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them goddamn kids.
I got
They can sit on that bleacher outside and listen to us talk. This nigga got a metallic bleacher outside. That's when I knew I was in a dangerous area, and I'm glad we came here at 12 at noon.
I'm surprised nobody stole that shit off your porch and like scrapped it for money. People do steal those for money.
I left all this equipment outside on my porch one night, and no one stole it.
That's good. No sense. If no one stole it, that means that Puerto Ricans haven't come into this neighborhood yet.
They live downstairs. And
no, that means that he has the respect of the neighborhood.
Yeah, apparently.
He left it out to see if anyone would fuck with him. It's like when Vlad the Impaler would leave like a diamond-crusted fucking chalice at the fountain in the middle of the fucking village, and nobody would touch it because they were afraid of him. So you're like, Vlad.
Wait, he really did that? Just to fuck with people?
Just to be like, yo, if you steal this, I'll fucking kill you. And then everybody would not steal it. Right, because they were all afraid of him. So you're like the Vlad Tepes of Chapel Street.
Chapel Street. Don't tell people where I live.
Oh shit! Bleep it out.
They'll never find
You could fix this in post.
They're not coming here. They're getting a few streets in, and they're like, "Fuck this, dude! I don't care. He'll die there."
Yeah.
My dates real quick. I have a show at the end of the month at Better Half Brewing, May 26th. It's at doors open 6:30. It should go to like 9:30. BJ Quagan's hosting. Sean Murray's featuring. I'm also on the show, and then Andre Kim's headlining. So please come out. Anyone out there listens.
Stop Asian hate.
Yeah, I guess.
Support or continue it. Whatever you really want to do.
It's a hard time for racists.
I got shows coming up next month.
They got to figure out which Asians are Chinese, and I'll tell you one that's headlining at. I'm kidding.
He's Korean, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's something cool.
North Korean.
Yeah, I never. Sully really went a different way. He's a pandering now, pandering to the Asian community during the time of hate, and I just never thought that you would be that guy. You kind of let us down. But
I mean, the Asian hate thing didn't catch any steam until one white guy knocked it out of the park. So
Real talk.
Anyways,
That was fucking
I
hot.
didn't even know that was there, bro.
there's more. No one.
Real
You know
talk.
what's funny? Nobody. I know nobody watches this show that I know because every time I invite someone on and I do a drop, they're like, "Damn, man, that shit's so funny." I'm like, I know it's on every episode.
That just got me hyped
shit.
for this episode.
Yeah. So
It's fucked. Also, I texted my my friend Carl. He's Filipino. The other day, like
That's
after all the
something cool
Asian
about
thing.
Asians.
Something cool about Filipino people. They're the coolest Asians, in my opinion. I texted him. I was like, "Hey, man, with all the Asian hate going on, I just want to let you know that I don't hate you for being Asian. I hate you because you're a bitch."
It has nothing to do with that.
that's how real friends talk.
Why I said that is because they come here. He switched his name to Carl.
No, that's his real name.
No, I know, but Asians, there's no Carl in the Philippines. They came here to win. My parents came here and named me Mohad Mussa.
Yeah, that's fucked.
That hurts.
It's a
the
resume builder for sure. Yeah.
Now they didn't know that back then. Though.
Yeah,
it wasn't
that's
then.
true.
But
Yeah.
my cousin's name is Adam. Which means they could have named me some regular shit, but they're like, yo, we're going to make you as different as possible.
But nobody calls you Mohad.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying in general in the resume.
It sounds like
my
a
name. I'm
vehicle
just-
I would ride in the desert.
Sounds like a,
Got my Mohad. Go to the watering hole.
The watering hole.
sounds like a skateboard with an engine. Nigga, I'm going to ride these waves on my Mohawk, nigga. I'm going to match with my Mohawk too. Vroom,
That's
vroom.
funny.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, just boring white names. for
Yeah.
me.
Right. Alex.
No, but these
Cody.
things affect these things. For example, if your son is named Randall, he has a higher chance of being a lawyer.
I think
I'm not
about
saying
this all
because
the
he's
time.
white. It's just literally they sound the most common names
Yeah.
for lawyers is like Russell or Randall. It's one of those names, something
Why?
random.
I don't even
I
know
don't
that many
fucking-
Russells
Or
or
like,
Randalls.
do you know like a Preston?
I know one Preston.
Okay,
I know one Preston.
how well is he doing in life?
Great.
Exactly. Yo.
Fucking
No,
phenomenal.
Name one Preston you
Yeah.
know who isn't like
Yeah.
he's
He's
well established, doing well, like upper class.
He's one of the nurses that can prescribe drugs, and they make
Yeah.
like blue, whatever.
You'll,
yeah, I don't
you'll never
fucking know.
meet a weed dealer named Preston. Like
Yeah,
that'll just
probably not.
never happen.
Preston sounds like a very successful bisexual.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
This kid's not, but he's the fucking man. Also, an incredible drummer.
Or if you meet like women, it's bad. Like if you meet like a Beatrice, it's like she's not. There's never like a 10 who's a Beatrice. It's usually some like withered, you know, or a very like homely woman, like who's like, you want food all the time. Like we'll get
No happy parents see their kid.
Yeah, Gretchen
and then
or
just
some
go
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
Your name is Beatrice.
or like old Margaret. Like that name's basically dead. But if you get named Margaret nowadays, like something was wrong. Your parents resented you. They
Sounds
did
like a
not
bitch
want
that
you.
dies in childbirth.
yeah.
Margaret.
For real.
I'm trying to think if there's any kids I grew up with that had old people names like that.
Logans are always weird.
Yeah.
Go either way.
Yeah. Well, like Logan, Wolverine, but that's he's not real. So like, fuck out of here. Like
I hate fucking bitches named Candy who have sons named Mason.
This
that's
is very
okay.
specific.
That's so specific.
Yeah.
That sounds like a bitch that you got a tattoo
There's like,
about, and now you got to get rid of the tattoo, and that's why
There's
she on your
I
mind.
met like just trashy chicks with kids named Mason.
Oh, I
just fucking hate that name. It's what is he gonna build shit with rocks?
Yo,
this fucking little bitch.
Name a girl named Kelsey that isn't a slut. Try it.
You got a sister named Kelsey?
I can't. No.
Okay. I was like, damn, your sister.
Oh
I'm
no
sorry.
no.
You can't, dude. By the way, if you meet a girl named Kelsey on Tinder or whatever, just go for it. You will get laid. You can do whatever. And I mean consensually, but I'm saying you can kind of be yourself, and they'll just be like, "All right, let's go fuck." Like Kelseys are whores, dude. I don't know what that name does to the human genome, but
Something
it makes them
with chicks
whores.
named Alex too.
Yeah, I don't know any.
Usually chicks with dudes' names, so you like the wiener as well.
They're getting railed.
Yeah. Getting
They're just going to frat parties and getting fucked.
Yeah,
10 years later, accusing niggas of rape. Like, nah, you're a whore.
Jesus Christ, Mom.
Yeah. Right?
I mean, not all of them, but yeah, I'm just covering some bases. I know it's called yes offense, but Christ.
Right?
Cody's like, you're right, Bo.
Nigga, you got a Chucky poster. You can't say shit.
Where?
It's a fucking sticker.
On your fucking
dumbass.
laptop.
I do.
You
I do.
got a
I got
laptop
that.
poster.
It's your
That's
shit,
what I call
I
it.
got some good posts.
Nice.
I got Mia Wallace doing blow.
And you got Beatrix fucking getting after it. That's good.
Who?
You got Beatrix.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What? That goes against my one rule. And she wasn't. That wasn't real in her name, was it? Kill Bill. Anyone's wondering, I have
Beatrix
a Kill Bill
Kiddo.
sticker. There's just stickers on my laptops for the non-audio.
Yeah, since me and Mo got fucking demoted to a non-video podcast at this point.
Dude.
Now we're just audio
It'll
only.
come at some point. I'm just trying to get the flow and everything going,
Yeah, I feel
Baby
that.
steps. I'm not trying to leap. You saw me freak out over a fucking Facebook event. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I can't deal with trying to splice video and audio right now. I'm a fucking mess,
Yeah,
dude.
you got old man tendencies when it comes to technology, huh?
Fuck you, asshole. No dick, asshole.
Anyway,
Let this retard learn how to walk before he runs.
I learned that, though. That shit. I
Right?
learned how to make my drops, and that's what's important.
That's
Nigga still
true.
fuck with Green Day. Give him
Bro,
some time.
oh shit! Do you guys use Waze for
No.
like the
don't,
navigation
actually.
app? So I actually don't either. But here's a fun thing about it.
I have.
Yeah.
I know, like,
Yeah.
they let you know the cops are on the corner. and shit.
You can go on that shit and custom record all of the things, like all of the prompts under your voice, so that you're the one saying the shit. So I might have to start using that shit. I'll be like, turn left, motherfucker.
You turn black for your GPS.
So I turn into Samuel L. Jackson whenever I record anything on my phone.
I'm gonna do it extra black and say turn left after you had to already turn left like the whole block ago.
But yeah, you could do that in the settings.
Oh,
I just
man.
thought everybody should know about that because I had no fucking idea.
Makes it more interesting.
Someone will do something with that. I had no idea either.
Yeah,
Shit.
which is a lot of fun. Except there's like 800 prompts. You'd have to like make it an afternoon out of it. Just get fucking high and
Drive
record
by
the
a
whole
dangerous area and do a white girl voice say help.
thing. No,
You could just shit.
last night that I did, and I said that Jews
It's
could
also a bit. This,
Jews, Jews could see in the dark. And it went over really, really well. It was
that's,
like
that's the premise, right? It's not just the
no, that was just like part of the joke. I was like talking about stereotypes, and like I was like, I don't like stereotypes, like that all white people have money, or all Mexicans are hard workers, or Jews can see in the dark.
Yeah,
that's everyone's
when
like,
you're
what?
used to living in small corridors, your eyes adapt.
Jesus Christ.
It's evolutionary biology, man.
Yeah, it's true, dude. It's true. I mean, how do you think Anne Frank
Or
wrote
when
her
you're-
fucking diary, bro? She couldn't. I actually never read that shit, so I actually don't. All I know is
She talks
usually
about
with
jacking off in it, rubbing one out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I've
hey,
never,
man,
I've
in
never
times of
actually looked.
need, you gotta just
it's a
relieve some
diary,
stress.
You know?
Yeah,
So.
I mean,
shit
yeah,
in
the
there.
book's called The Diary of Anne
Yeah,
Frank,
she
right?
could. She probably says some other shit in there, like, yeah, and there's a black guy the other day who was getting attacked by the Jew Nazis, and I did nothing. Like, which people probably leave that out.
Yeah, I feel like she didn't really do much up there. Did they kill her family?
Yeah, dude, her dad's the only one who made it.
Oh,
It's
really?
horrible.
Damn.
It's a fucking
So
tragedy.
it's her fault that her
This
family
pit-
died because she didn't give herself up, and then
This
they're like,
pit has gone
Yeah.
down some dark roads.
Yeah.
It's horrible what happened to Anne Frank. Just
well,
for
yeah,
clarity.
dude, but like, people die every day.
Yeah, let's be honest.
I'm just saying, like, it's
Yeah,
fine.
dude, COVID's been bad. God, we get it.
COVID is fucking. I mean, all right. At
99%
this
went
point,
to
everybody
one.
has been exposed to it, right? There's no way. Like, if you go out in public, everybody has been exposed to it. So either you've gotten it at this point, or you're not gonna get it, right? Like, I just don't want to. I just want to fucking go into a crowded bar and get bumped into and shit again.
Dude,
don't fucking
who
care.
doesn't? Dude, I've been over this shit. Once they told me I had to keep working this whole time. Like, I never stopped working. So once they were like, yeah, you can go die, I was like, all right, fine, I'll
Yeah.
do it.
Matter of fact, I was thinking I hadn't seen Sully in a minute, and then the next time I seen him, this nigga had COVID, which means this nigga was like, "I'm a chill," and then he felt COVID symptoms, and he's like,
And he was like, "Yo, Mo, want to hang out?"
Yeah.
I'm gonna do stand up now. I got
Yeah.
a shortness
Yeah.
of breath. It's time to work
No,
on
I was
these
doing
jokes.
stand up for a while before everyone got COVID, but I don't know.
Yeah. We never really stopped. I mean, we always kind of had something going on, and in just that first like couple months where everybody was like, didn't know if it was the zombie apocalypse or not. You remember people were like actually losing their
That's
shit.
when I felt sort of like, ugh. But then, like I said, once they were like, no, you're still working this whole time, I'm like,
Yeah, I was like, well, if the world's
Suck
ending,
my
I
dick,
wouldn't
dude. Like-
have been working.
right?
Isn't it bad that a part of me was like, oh my God, if this is the apocalypse, I don't have to work anymore.
No, yeah, dude. I was thinking that too. Well, I was just thinking like we're if it is, most of us are fucked because we have, as the way we are, we have like very little survival skills. Of course, it's alcohol we're talking about.
Yeah,
but
let me get a hit of that beer.
But like you can't. Fuck! You threw me off. Fucking. Like none of us, the way we live, are not gonna be able to like survive any like power outages for like 10 months. Like everyone would start freaking out. We would all lose. People would start running in our houses. There's nothing we could do about it. Like you really. Like none of us are warriors. None of us. Have you guys been in the military?
No.
Exactly. So most likely, eventually, the stronger people are just going to start taking shit. It's just
Yeah.
If the apocalypse happens, is what I'm saying. Not power outage is one thing, but
everybody thinks that they're the fucking main character though. Like they're like, oh no, man,
I'd be like
running out there and fucking slicing everybody with my fucking antique samurai sword that I got for Christmas.
Nope.
Like, no, dude, you would die.
Yeah.
Like me, I would get raped and die. Like that's what would happen.
Immediately.
I would die. They'd like cut my balls off and like kill my friends in front of me. Like it would be bad.
And I don't know one person who has this crazy access to firearms that they do in the movies. Like in the movies that they always run into that gun guy and he's like, you can hang out with me, and they have like an arsenal. I don't know any of those people. No, I'm fucked, and I bet you a bunch of those people are gonna get eaten right away too because they're fucking dumb.
You're just holding the guns because someone's gonna take them from you. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is like. You're just, I don't know, the whole apocalypse thing. You're right about the hero thing. You're probably, I even go another way where you're probably not going to be the hero. You think you're going to be like Rick from Walking Dead, and like, I'm going to lead a battalion. I'm going to save people. It's like, I'm going to ignore most people. I'm probably going to steal. I'm probably going to kill a few people when they're not looking and just take their stuff. Like, I would
play dead a lot. Bro.
Yeah.
I would play dead.
They
just walk in and I'm just act like I'm taxidermied.
I'm gonna get ruthless. I'm gonna actually turn evil survival evil, where it's like, come to my shelter, and once they like do one thing that gives them an opening, I'm like stab,
kill them and eat their titties and shit.
Them, dude. It's what, dude. There's like, it's fucked up.
I like how this bit started as I wouldn't kill anybody. I'm a pussy till like nigga, I'm a stab.
No. That's what I'm saying. No, that's where I go in my mind, where I'm like, well, in reality, I'm definitely not a leader, and I'm definitely not gonna be a hero. So I'll probably turn into a villain, and if I am, I'm gonna go really villain. But in reality, I go villain the first time and I get killed. Like, you know what I mean?
I'd be good for a while because my street's just old people.
Yeah,
just a bunch of old people. So I'm taking all their shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Out here, there's probably an arsenal, but it's spread out between like 50 different houses and shit. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to fight like a lot of people to get a lot of guns, or just zombie. Whatever.
You're the first target with that metallic bench outside. Like, nigga, I want that shit.
That's right. People are gonna use that to board shit up. I don't know, man. I'm not worried. I never ended up worrying about that shit.
Well,
we're gonna die.
At least it wasn't the end of the world, and we realized it was just a fucking cough. Just a little flu.
Oh yeah, 99% survival rate. Yeah, they don't talk about that for some reason.
No, you don't want to talk about that. That's bad. Ignore those things. Logic bad. Bad.
I was like,
99.7, right?
It's something like that, dude. It's 99 first.
You got more black in you, then you get a better chance of dying of COVID. Like, you're 0.06. Every white person's like 5% African or some shit. So you're more African than the survival.
That's a lot,
rate.
Man.
Can I say it? Right. Yeah, dude. Oh, do I have one on there? No, I don't. I don't have enough drops. I have to get something to extend them. I have more.
Bigger soundboard.
Yeah, you got 4 buttons.
Yeah, he got 4 buttons.
Yeah, you got 4 options.
We start small on all fronts.
Oh, I thought you meant it like he got like swindled. He got 4 buttons.
The way you looked at me, I was confused. I was like, what do you think I said? I wasn't saying anything revolutionary.
You're like, 4 buttoned again. Like every time he buys a piece of equipment.
Did either of you guys watch Invincible?
I tried last night. I watched I fell asleep, but it looked good.
Mark Wahlberg?
No, not that one.
It looked very standard, but you could tell there was going to be some change at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
It looks very Teen Titany. That's what it looked like.
No, I didn't watch it.
You honestly just nailed it right there, because it definitely takes a turn at the end of that episode.
See, I missed that part, but I knew it was going to take a turn because there's no way people are telling me about this show if this is what it is.
Dude,
what is it?
It's
a new cartoon.
Right, yeah,
let them go.
It's like it's by Robert Kirkman. It's actually a comic from years ago, but he essentially took the Marvel universe and the DC universe and made his own characters based off of a lot of them. Like you can see it in the first episode or whatever. Like there's the Justice League. There's like they just show any character they show. You're like, oh, that looks a lot like Green Lantern. That looks a lot like.
You're not on.
I'm gonna look this up.
I'm not.
You are now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't hear you before.
Oh, sorry. That looks a lot like Green Lantern. That looks like Spider-Man. That looks a lot like Batman.
Oh, this
yada,
one.
Yada. Yeah,
this is the one that people are talking about where the dad beats the fuck out of his son or some shit.
Yeah, well, that's you'll. Anyway,
well, hey, it's a meme. It's on the fucking internet. I'm not fucking.
If you didn't watch
also,
it,
if you're listening to this and you haven't watched it, fuck you.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. No, I didn't mean it for that. I meant like, you've seen that, so it's sort of
just that one.
out
The
of the
dude
bag.
with the killer mustache beating the fuck out of his offspring.
Yeah, it's so. He's Superman, so they take a lot of in the comic and the show. I'll just talk about the show now, though. But they take a lot of fucking anyone you can kind of think of in Marvel or DC is sort of mimicked, or it's another universe where they kind of combined.
I get
every superhero but they made their own story, their own unique.
And this is clear, right? It's not like they're hiding it.
No.
Like,
this
is very. I'm like, that's Flash. That's Superman.
Right.
It's very obvious, but it's like that's Bolt, and that's some other man. You know what I mean?
Is it legal to do that shit?
Yeah. The way they do it, 100%. Because
I mean, it must be because it's out on fucking Netflix or whatever.
Yeah, but the way they did it is everyone's like they have the same powers, but they look different. You know who's who, if that makes sense. It's just because it's so similar.
Yeah.
But it's the way they do it is like, especially the first episode, it's like, oh, it's like. I'd compare it to like, Teen Titans or like the first Spider-Man movie, like the first half when he's like, I'm learning my powers. I'm having a good time. I'm catching bad guys and everything's like hunky-dory. And then in the last like 5 minutes of that show, they go, also, this happens in this universe. And it's a little different than the DC and Marvel, as in it's way more brutal.
What's it rated?
R, hard R.
Oh.
That's the thing. The first hour of the show, you're like, oh, this is like a wholesome superhero show. Then in the last,
you're just like, ugh, watching it. The first 30 minutes,
you really are, dude.
It's like, this nigga really told me to watch this shit. What the fuck? This is basic.
But I'm guessing this is strategic, right?
Dog, it's so
it gets
fucked
you
up.
All right,
dude,
cool.
the
I'll fuck with
ending
it.
will, if it doesn't make you if you're not like it'll make you uncomfortable. Like it's like, fuck, dude. I didn't
like uncomfortable, like some of the times where you'd be uncomfortable watching The Boys.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, actually, exactly like that.
Yeah, but what a great. You watched The Boys, right?
I didn't, unfortunately.
What?
Real good.
Damn.
That one's good.
Put that on the list.
If you like Invincible, it's Boys.
Yeah, there's some. There's some shit that's, even though you're in your head, you're like, it's a show, it's a movie, it's not real, but you're still watching it, and you're like, fuck, this is brutal. You're like, jeez.
The Boy sounds like a TikTok house.
Yeah,
Jake Paul and a
they
bunch
treat
of
women the same.
douchebags raping.
Yeah, dude. That one's good. The comics, they did it for. I thought they weren't going to be able to do it because the comics really fucked up, but they did it really well, actually. Like because the comic can be too fucked up. The Boys show is though like. All right, word. They found a great medium.
Fucked up enough because I read a little bit. I flipped through it, the comic in Barnes and Noble the other day. Do you guys ever walk through Barnes and Noble just fuck around for like 2 hours? Because I do this shit all the time.
There's chicks in there.
Yeah, and coffee and books and shit. Yeah, I was just looking through it. It looks fucking brutal. The graphic novel.
Spoiler alert. Anyone who doesn't watch The Boys, but the fucking you know how his wife is in the show, Butcher's wife in the comic, she's only in flashbacks, and the baby that comes out of her and like busts out of her, and it's a superhuman, and it like tries to kill Butcher when it comes out of her, and he ends up stomping it out.
Oh,
like
fucking cool.
And it's like hanging out of her on an umbilical cord, like flying with laser eyes.
Superhero abortion.
Laser eyes, yeah. And it's beaming the room trying to kill him while his wife's dying. And he ends up grabbing it and stomping it to death. Whoa. And you're like, holy fuck. Like, and that's a comic. So they're not going to put that on TV, but the shit they do get away with is pretty dope. So I fucks with it. I love The Boys.
Yeah, The Boys was good.
I don't want this to turn into a video and movie podcast, but I always end up talking about movies and TV. But if you know me at all, that's always what I end up talking about anyway. So if you don't like,
that's what I. You wouldn't like. I don't know about you, Mo, but like I know that I'm a huge movie guy, huge fucking TV shows, fucking
I'm
comic books and
slowly
shit.
getting more and more into movies. Cut that YouTube time with actual quality. That's what I've been doing. So I got like a little list of shit I'm gonna watch.
Yeah.
What's the last dope movie you've seen?
I just saw Zodiac. I think it was a little overrated.
Yeah, it
but
is.
The best thing in the movie is how the dude was an out pedophile, but he was hiding his murders. Like everyone knew this nigga was a pedophile the whole time. When's the last time you seen it?
He raped kids in the movie?
When's the last time you seen it? Okay, that's why. So
I
the
haven't
guy
seen that shit in like 12 years,
okay,
bro.
so the guy
I can't even remember it.
So the guy they think is doing the murders, they've been catching him for like being a creep, and it was in the 70s. So you see the way our society views them in the beginning. They're like, oh, he's a pervert. It's like,
stay away from him.
That's what it was.
That
he's a pervert.
is what it is. They're not like police him. They're like, ugh.
Yes.
A lot of people talk about that. Like, if back in the day, if there was a pedophile on your block, they just told kids to not go near him. They weren't they weren't watching him. They were just like, leave him alone. So it was kind of like, let him go.
I feel like back in the day it would have been more brutal. It would have been like, yo, let's go beat the fuck out of this dude.
I think it'd be easier to kill someone back then.
But it just seems like
That's really
now
weird,
it's the most
bro.
disgusting thing ever. But they're like, oh yeah, he's a pervert in the beginning. Then you see 10 years later and they're calling him a pedophile. So you see that little change in the culture.
Yeah.
So I was thinking while I was watching.
See, you pay attention to the important things.
Well, there's also it's fucked up. It's fucked up though. But the age thing back then was all different. So, but it is fucked like drinking age was different. So I don't know what the consent laws / age laws were back then, but I'm assuming in a lot of different like not liberal states they were pretty wild.
It's just
shit,
the way I
dude.
look at women now. It's 21 to 25, like a Budweiser commercial.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. That's how I demo them.
So how old are you?
28.
No, I'm 29. What are you, Cody?
30.
Loser.
Fox pussy.
I know. I'm going. No, my friends who are younger do that to me. I hate it, but I've never met someone who's just 1 year older. Anyway, sorry.
This
Anyway,
nigga's never met a 30-year-old.
yeah, right?
He said, I've never
met
I've never seen anyone who's like turned older. Yeah.
He's like, can I feel you?
Yeah, like if I'm like I'm not dating now, but when I was dating, my whole thing was like I wouldn't date anyone who I couldn't go to a bar with. So it's 21 and up. Like, and now if I was talking to someone about this the other day. If I'm at a show, or if anyone's at a show, like if one of you was like, yo, I was at a show the other night and I hooked up with a 19-year-old, I wouldn't be like, that's disgusting. I'd be like, all right, dude, that's whatever. That's fine.
I'd be like, you guys probably didn't talk about much.
Yeah,
sex
exactly.
was good.
You didn't talk, but I'm not like knocking them. If it's 18, I'm like, dude, you might like, that's fine too, but like, be careful because it's like you're borderline. You're going too close to the sun. My point is, my point is like, I'm not going
after burn your dick wings.
It's not like. As long as, to me, it's like as long as you're not going after people super young, because I think that is weird if you're super old and you're like, I like them
and you
younger.
only like 18 and 19
it's like,
year olds.
that's kind of weird.
But
if
you're on Tinder trying to make this thing smaller.
You're like, why won't it go past 18? Come on, 16.
And that's
16.
Fuck. If it happens, it happens. That's
pedophiles pay for the premium price against the lower number.
It's like it's Spinal Tap. Yeah, crank it to 11, crank it to 16.
That's some free market shit.
It's gross.
No, yeah. If it happens and you're both adults, it happens. That's the way it is. But you shouldn't. I think it is odd if you're pursuing. Having said that, I'm pretty much down for like when I was dating, like 21 and on is like, all right, as long as we can go out together and drink, it's fine.
Yeah, I remember. I can't remember how old I was. I was probably like somewhere in the range of 27, 28. I ended up meeting up with a chick who she was 19. Off of Tinder. We just had nothing to talk about. It was just like, you just want to fuck, right? And she was like, I was like, yeah. And like then like afterwards, like I literally could not handle like being around this chick. I was like, I have to leave. Like there's just nothing to what are you gonna say? Like,
when was this? Like a couple years ago? Recent?
Yeah, probably like 3 years ago.
3 years
something
ago?
like that. And like it was cool and everything, but like she was like an actual 19-year-old. Like, but you know how some 19-year-olds you wouldn't even fucking know because they're actually mature and like got their shit together and shit. She was like an actual,
she was tattoo by their
She's
hip.
like, well, when break's over, I'm going back to my dorm.
No,
like,
she'd say like she'd call sandwiches like
that
sangies,
shit.
and I was like,
she probably posted memes where it's like guys will text you first thing in the morning, give you kissy, and it's like shit like
or another one here before you go on. She would say one time she said, "I'm hungies" for
Oh,
"I'm
fuck
hungry," and I went,
me.
"You can just go right to hell, man. You
It's like a
can
bitch
fuck
just
off."
got her braces off.
Yeah.
So she can't say words fully.
Yeah, the
Hungry.
do you ever notice
got a
that there's
list.
like a few years ago there was all these like things where chicks would be like, guys should do this, and then that shit, I swear either those chicks like figured out that shit's annoying, or they all got like married or something. Like it was like, guys,
They probably all got married. We missed the boat.
maybe, dude, maybe that's weird then, because it's like,
Yeah, bitches our age are old.
I guess, right?
We're young, but they're old.
Yeah, dude.
You
it's
ever hear
so,
a girl
it's
be
so
like,
fucked
"I'm
up.
28," and you just go, "Bitch, you're
You're old.
You need to go talk to some 40-year-old."
I wrote
lady.
a
You're
note in
ancient.
my stand-up folder the other day. I wrote, why are 30-year-old bitches way older than me? I was like, I wrote like, dude, I can find the note right now.
that-
Like,
I've
use
been
that,
that shit
use
for
that.
a minute.
Dude,
it's just like this bitch is my age, but she's 10 years older.
Dude, the
Yeah.
thing, fuck, I had a oh fuck. Damn, you took it out of my head. Your thought was so funny, I fucking forgot what I was gonna say. Damn. Oh fuck, give me a second. Say something else.
Nah, it's because they got like 3 years left before their pussy just goes straight fucking
that's what they all are,
ashy. And
They're not-
my dad had me at 50. You understand? Like I feel a little bit older, but my dick is gonna do its purpose.
Oh
at
yeah, dude.
50.
I have a fucking thing.
You can see the timestamp on it and everything. Yeah.
I have a thing, dude. If I have a bit about it that I've done where it's like I'm not doing it now. I'm just the thing, but like,
Do you want to do it?
no, it's like.
Are you
But
sure?
you ever notice how chicks, the closer they get to 30 without kids, they take more pictures of them with kids. They're such losers, dude.
That's so true.
Such losers. If you see a single girl out there in her later 20s posting pictures with like, oh, look at me and my niece, it's like, you are a fucking loser. That's
She's
not your
signaling
kid.
to the universe.
She's no, it's literally like, this could be our cum one day. This could be us. Look at it. Don't you want your cum to look like this one day? Please? Please? That is the bit.
Yeah,
essentially.
that's the bit. I figured
But
it
it's
was.
true.
I figured that
It's
was.
true, dude. And like, sorry if I'm striking any nerves out there, but it's true, dude. It's like, you guys are literally like signaling like, see, I look good with kids. Doesn't
I
this,
can do it.
Doesn't this
Put me in, coach.
This kid,
Come
this
in
kid
me.
isn't mine, and it looks good with me, right? Imagine what yours would look like with me. Give me a kid.
I don't even understand getting a wife and getting her pregnant. To me, I would rather get another bitch pregnant and love my girl the same way
Christ.
and raise them together. That way her
You
body
know,
doesn't get fucked
I don't
up.
say this a lot, but I agree with Mel.
It's really like, it sounds crazy, and you got to be really rich to pull it off and very manipulative to get a girl to be on the
You
same
gotta have
track
like
as
secret
you.
credit cards and shit.
You got to be on
Yeah.
point with it, you know?
Yeah.
Not hide it. You got to trick her into
Throw
raising
something at me?
another
No, it's a piece of that. I just
into raising another baby.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Yeah, man. That I noticed that all the time, dude. Just so
Yeah.
many like.
They'll say it
"Oh,
in
look
their
at
Tinder
me."
profiles too. They'll be like, "Not mine, it's my niece" or
Yeah.
something. It's like, bitch, stop it. I don't want to see pictures of you with your niece.
Yeah,
I'm on here
dude.
to get a blowjob. You think I want to see your fucking niece?
My dad
the
said
fuck?
the most gangster shit the other day. You
Your
guys
dad?
just reminded me. He was just looking
He
at
just
me. It's like,
remembered me.
y'all reminded me. He just looked at me. It's like, yeah, you got to marry a Somalian because by the time you get these American girls, they're tired. This nigga referred to getting dick down as tired.
Damn.
It's
Well,
like
then
energy
again, like,
consumption.
your dad's probably been through some things though. So
the birds and the bees conversation. My dad said, "Stay away from white women."
yeah, you did not listen to that
I
at
had
all.
to, I had to Google him after, like, what happened to this Kobe pass? Like,
Yeah.
no one just says that unless
Yeah.
like something happened.
Wait, so Pops got burned by a Becky back in the day? That's wild.
He was at Cornell University getting, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well,
he
white
was swimming
chicks-
in white
yeah.
women. Your dad was doing the backstroke in crackers.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
yes.
Well, white chicks are specialized in turning art like a basic argument into abuse. They really do. They're like, if you argue with a real white girl about like her being wrong enough and you don't back down, she'll eventually just be like, you're actually, the way you're acting right now is abuse to me and you're victim blame. Like they'll start pulling shit out of nowhere. You're like, you're turning me into a victim blame. You're making me like not seem logical and shit. And you're like, you're just wrong. Like,
Or
why can't you just
gaslighting?
gaslighting's
is the one.
another thing.
Yeah.
No, gaslighting is when like I guess people can do that, but like
I don't like that term.
Yeah, it's
That
so
used to
dumb.
just be good argument.
I'm not.
Yeah, yo,
I'm not a
it's
fan
dumb.
of it because I
Dude,
heard.
you
I was
and
like,
me talked about this, right?
Yeah,
we were
dude.
like, yo, why is it called gaslighting now? That used to be like
Well, it's a
strategic
movie.
arguing.
There's a movie called Gaslight. Yeah. There's a movie called
I
Gaslight.
hated the idea of it coming out because now my girlfriend knows what I'm doing.
Because
to
now
her.
there's a term
No,
for
no.
it. It used to be an
It's not.
invisible tool you could use. You could
well,
just get your way.
No,
And now-
they twist that too because all right, there's a movie called Gaslight where this guy just can like this girl he just abuses this woman by telling her she's crazy and everything she does is wrong. Technically, they take that and say that's gaslighting. So if you're always arguing with your girl and you're just going, you're crazy, you're wrong, that's your argument, technically you're gaslighting. But if you're constantly using logic and rationality to prove a girl wrong, which usually I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, they just buckle under a lot of that shit. Like they kind of just get mad because they're more emotional and they're like, but you're not listening. Like, if you ever heard a girl, sorry, I'm not trying to.
Cool.
If you ever heard a girl, this is the classic girl argument. You're telling me my feelings are invalid, and you're like, you're wrong though. You're wrong. So this has nothing to do with your feelings. And even if they did, your feelings are wrong. So you're wrong. Like just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean you can't be wrong. Pedophiles feel a certain way. Like fuck out of here. Like I hate that argument. Like you're telling me my feelings are invalid. It's like they kind of are sometimes. They are.
Well, here's the thing. I think that most people do, which is a better way to do it. I see things that piss me off and make me mad all the time, but I don't come out and say it because that's my fucking problem. But if I know it's irrational, I'll be like, I don't like that guy for this reason, which I'll be like some people will genuinely just be like, I don't like how that guy talks. But I won't like come out and just be like that asshole. I'll deal with that on the inside. Be like, that's stupid. He's probably a cool dude. You know what I mean? When some people be like, nah, fuck that guy's nose. I don't want that guy's face around me.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
I've done both of those to different degrees. Like I'll start with like fuck this guy, and then before the end of the night, I'm like, man, I gotta chill.
I thought I'd have a better way to explain. That's not the full, but you know,
I sort of know what you're saying.
Oh, here's what I was thinking. This is what I think is fucked up. And this is where the line is for the gaslighting thing. It's like if you're cheating on a girlfriend or something, and then when she comes home and she goes, I know. Like confronts you about it. It's like I think you're cheating on me, and then you make her think she's crazy for thinking that when you are cheating on her.
Yeah,
that's what it
That's
is.
hell yeah. Oh yeah. That's
that's fucked up.
That's just
right?
straight up manipulation.
Yeah.
Like you call gaslighting, whatever. That's just being a scumbag.
Yeah.
Whatever.
3 years of that, she's now in the DS5.
Yeah. That shit changes every year. That's how fucking crazy we're getting. We're getting crazy. The DSM. Yeah.
What is this? What are you talking?
That's the
personality disorder chart.
Yeah, it's like the manual for mental illness and how you can categorize them and characterize them and make them like actually what like the actual definition of what it is, and it changes. That's why some people are like, I'm newly diagnosed with this because the diagnosis will change, and then they'll be like, oh hey, I jerk off uncontrollably, and that's part of this, and now you're this fucking
What's
thing.
anger
now.
under?
I don't fucking know.
That's the thing. So we're just on this tangent on just shit, but like, you ever know, I'm just going on now, I'm just thinking about things chicks have told me. For some reason, a chick is allowed to act crazy when they're like, oh, I have an anxiety disorder, whatever, yada, yada, yada. I have anxiety issues. Some of them don't have anxiety disorders, by the way. They're just bitches. Let's be real.
Facts.
So, oh, sorry, I got to do it every time. But like, I have anger issues. Like anyone who kind of hangs out with me kind of gives me that shit. And it's like, yeah, I do, but it's also like, I accept that and I work to like deal with it, but I never use that as an excuse or a crutch like people do with this other shit. Like, oh, I have anxiety or I have a bipolar disorder. It's like, first of all, medication for that shit. And if you're not taking it, that's kind of on you. Also, the anxiety thing, it's like there's varying degrees of that. You can actually train yourself mentally like you do with anger to not act a certain way, to not react to certain things. For some reason, though, it's like, oh, everyone with anxiety gets a pass for being cunty, and it's mostly chicks. But when I have a rational anger thing and I just like raise my laptop over my head and then place it on the coffee table and then stare at it and go, oh, that's for some reason like, whoa, you need to, I'm not saying I don't need to stop doing that, but for some reason, when people want to walk around all day, or like you ever gone into a place with a girl and by the way, this isn't, my girlfriend doesn't do any of this shit, so it just doesn't. I'm not trying.
Right.
No,
We'll talk when you're not recording.
No, this specifically is more what I'm talking about. She's not like this, but like, have you ever gone to a place with a girl and they just shut down, and you're like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "I don't let my anxiety in here." It's like,
oh my god, that's tragic. Like, bitch, you get raped in here? What happened?
Yeah, and no, I'd understand it if it's something like that, but I literally, dude, I went to a girl once to like play those.
That's just what you're gonna go with.
This girl wanted to go to.
She just starts shaking when she walks down a random corridor.
Dude,
it's like
this
every
girl
time I see a pack of bananas, I just go fucking bananas.
This was No, but for real, it's like, yo, I went with this girl once to Plato's Closet, and and she wanted to go there. It was her plan.
Wait, Plato's Closet?
It's a fucking. It's like a. It's like
theater?
It's like a Goodwill. It's like a hipster Goodwill.
It's a hipster Goodwill.
You can find like a corduroy jacket that says like
groovy on.
Yeah, stop the birds. Or whatever.
Save the birds.
Oh yeah.
She went there, started looking around, just sat down in the middle of the shop. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm just having an anxiety attack right now." I'm like, "Whoa!" But like, what are you doing though?
Maybe she got a nostalgic scent of her uncle's cologne.
You're only a guest who's actually done the drops right. Everyone always hits a different one. Yeah, dude, it's just
real talk.
And I'm not saying anxiety's not like real. It's just I have anxiety too, but I deal with it in a different way. I'm almost able to like spot that. My anger is what I deal with, but for some reason, anger people roll their eyes at. But all these other some celebrity came out that they suffer from this, and all of a sudden it's cool to be that. Like, ooh, what the fuck, dude?
But you're saying what I was kind of saying before, though. You know, sometimes like you get angered by something, or you have like you take offense to something, and you don't say anything. Like, for example, if I was walking down the street and someone went, "I hate all fucking white people," I'd be like, inside I'd be like, all right, well, fuck you. But on the outside I'd be like, all right, man, that's cool.
Yeah, just move on.
I'd be like, all right, yeah, that's fine. Like, just because
today.
that upsets me doesn't mean you have to react like a. You're like, all right, man, well, he doesn't like white people. What am I gonna do about that? You know what I mean?
Most random interaction.
But me personally, I would be like, well, that's an overgeneralization, pretty racist. I don't really like that. But like, what the fuck am I? Who cares? Who fucking cares? It's when people start reacting to everything like that.
Well, yeah,
like if you say just because you get upset doesn't mean you have to fucking say something about it. Just bury it and fucking move on and be a fucking man.
Yeah, well,
or a woman.
Fist fighting is steep.
Unless it's personal relationship.
But I'm not talking about personal stuff though.
Just
in general, like, okay, wow, that offends me. Move on. Cool.
Yeah. Well, I guess I was talking about inner struggle, but yeah.
I don't know. I'm fucking pretty high.
Nah, man. I don't know, dude. That shit just annoys me. Because I don't know. It feels like
it's because people can't fist fight anymore. It's a problem, dude. You gotta let people fist fight.
Way too expensive.
I know. It's just so people should be able to fight.
And it's never rich people fighting. I'm like, that's risky. You ever go to a bar and see a guy, you bump into him, he's like, hey, watch where you're going. It's like, yo, you are being very risky right now.
Yeah.
Because if we got in a fight, we're both going to jail. I see your dirty shoes. Can you afford that right now?
Yeah. How much money's in your bank account is what I'm going to start saying when people want to start fighting. Like, how much?
You got health care, nigga?
Come on.
I just turn to him and I say,
What'd you say, faggot? What'd you say?
That's what I do. I was waiting to use that one.
Yeah.
No.
There you go.
I think that was all of them, too.
Is that a soundbite from Kids?
No, it's from Monster Squad.
Oh, wow.
Another classic movie.
You know what I'm talking about, though, Kids, the movie.
Dude,
Kids. Such a good movie.
I can get some sound bites from that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've said this on another podcast, and you know what? You try this because you're a bachelor. You can go out there and try this. So, next lady you're chilling with, you can try this the first time. I don't recommend it for the first time.
Okay,
if you haven't
I'm
banged.
into this. I don't know what it is, but I'm fucking into it.
Okay, so. You and her, you're like, let's watch a movie. You put on Kids. You watch the whole movie, Kids.
Okay.
You could have had sex with her already. You could have in your
I
relationship.
know what you're gonna say.
Or you could not.
I know what you're gonna say. You're fucked, bro.
Right when the movie's over, everyone who hasn't seen Kids, go watch Kids,
man,
and get in on this bit. Once Kids is over, be like, so you want to like go to the bedroom and have unprotected sex with one another and see what she does. See if you can bang after watching that movie. That's the Kids challenge.
Yeah, that's like trying to bang after watching Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah. Well, the Requiem for a Dream, you have more what's it called? You have more like a likelihood of that happening because
Yeah, definitely.
it's not directly related to getting AIDS.
Yeah, or rape.
Yeah. Well, no, there's sort of not rape,
Not rape, but like
but-
definitely not.
definitely a bad sex time. in Requiem
a
for
bad
Dream.
sex time.
That girl
is
did not
definitely-
have a good ending.
No, it was bad.
Her ending was she had
Her ending was technically the best of the three.
Yeah,
but,
I was about to say she has the best ending.
Yeah,
I didn't
And
get to that
the
movie.
best ending is getting she and another girl take a. How big is the dildo?
That's a drug movie,
It's about the
right?
size of most fucking
They
arm.
take the double dildo
Yeah.
though, and they go ass to ass with it
Yeah.
in front of a room full of dudes for money and for her drug money. That's the ending for her essentially, and it ends with her just laying in bed, holding the money, crying. 'Cause she's like, it's really sad.
And like this dude made
Doesn't
like
sound like
they
fun.
didn't make her suck his dick, but like definitely coerced her
and he coerced her into the
uncomfortably.
party, so she essentially becomes hoeing for drugs. It's really they get really
It's
into
dark. And my sister used to be like obsessed with this movie. She would watch it like a bunch of times.
Dude,
I'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong
I
with
was
you?"
in a bar one time and they played that song from the movie, and I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I got mad like at the bar. I was like,
You're
what
like,
the
I don't
fuck
want to
is
fucking
this?
listen to this shit right now,
I was like,
right?
everyone with me is like, I don't know this song. I'm like, good, I guess. This is
All right,
horrible.
you bring up a good point. Tell me if you guys are like this too. I connect like memory and feelings and shit to songs a lot of the time. So if I was going through like a hard time in my life, or I hear a song that I was like listening to at that time, bro, I literally I can't do it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm pretty strong. Like I could watch Two Girls, One Cup like a fucking man. I could do anything. I could watch like killing gore on the internet, but like hearing a song that like brings me back to like a bad time, I can't do that shit.
I've done it.
I can't fucking
I've done
do that
it,
shit.
but I've also I know what you mean, but I've also like the song "Look On Down from the Bridge," Mazzy Star. I mean, who does? Look on down from the bridge.
Oh, that one, yeah, for sure.
It's in the end of like Sopranos, Rick and Morty episodes when shit's sad or whatever. But that it's like the classic sad song. I used to get really sad when I hear that song, and now I've like changed it into. I don't know. I listen to it now. It is still sad, but it's not as sad.
It's just a few songs.
Bang your.
Like there's one, like I love Coheed and Cambria, but I can't listen to the song.
What'd you say, faggot? What'd you say?
Thank you. Thank you. I like Coheed and Cambria, and the as soon as I saw you reach over, I was like, fuck. They have a song called Wake Up that I can't listen to anymore, and I haven't been able to ever since I was like fucking 16. It's weird. I don't know.
It's okay. No, I get it. 100%.
What'd you say, faggot? What'd you say?
So aggressive.
So fucking aggressive.
The back to the movie thing. I actually had a girl once. You ever seen what's the movie? I Spit on Your Grave.
Nope. Won't do it.
Yo, old movie titles used to be sick.
Well, she showed
That's
me
a great
It's a
title.
remake. It is a good title, but the movie,
Is fucking brutal. I
Yeah.
heard about it.
Dog.
Someone told me about it. That's why I don't watch it.
dude.
you
The
know?
first, the thing is, this girl is like in her cabin, like writing, and then this like group of guys break in and they brutally rape her. Like it's
Jesus.
horrible.
You
And,
watch
like
it?
one of them's retarded. Yeah, it's like
Oh my
really
God.
bad.
Yeah, it's like one of the most graphic movie
It's
scenes
so fucked
of
up.
all time.
Yeah,
and
it's not fun to watch
yeah.
at all.
And it's like a long scene.
Yeah,
like,
it's really long.
like uncomfortably long.
And she
Ugh.
and she takes revenge and kills like all of them, fucks them up.
Oh, quick question. Is it on the train? Like on the train? I heard
No,
okay,
that's
okay.
another
I was
movie.
thinking
You
that-
just said
yeah.
in a cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
Dude, what kind of fucking trains are you riding?
But she comes
You
back.
guys distracted me with the gore and horrible.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they kill her technically, but then she comes back and just fucks them up because she didn't die.
Oh,
I
she like
guess.
crawls out of the ground, right?
Yeah, it's,
and
like, really fucked
I'm gonna
up.
fuck you all
Yeah,
up.
she could be dead. She could not be dead. You don't really know, I guess, in the movie from what I remember. Anyway,
Yeah.
at the end of this movie, I did the kids challenge we were talking about, but it was with this movie. But I didn't. She showed me the movie. It was her idea. She's like, "You never seen
All right,
this
well, if
movie?"
it was her idea, then yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And she
I
was
mean,
like, "She's like, you really want to do that after this movie?" I was like,
bitch, you picked the fucking
You showed
movie.
me this movie,
Yeah.
and yeah. And she was like, not because of the
shit.
movie. It was just like I was really attracted to her. So it's like, yeah, this didn't dissuade me at all. And she was down. So I was like, you're disgusting too. Like,
Wait, your girl wasn't in the mood, so she showed you
not
a
my
movie
girl,
about
listen.
rape?
Yeah, it was not my girl.
Wow, yo,
It was
that's
some-
next level move. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I have to, game recognize.
It was
game.
not my
Wow.
girl.
Yeah.
It's not my
I'm
current
surprised that girls don't use the excuse. Like, if I was a girl and I wasn't in the mood to have sex, I would just say I had my period all the time. And now sometimes, like, if girls will say that they're not in the mood, they'll be like, I just don't feel like it. I'll be like, just tell me you have your period, and I'll leave you alone.
Well, yeah, but dudes are smart. Guys are smart enough where you're like,
That's what she said last
you
week.
don't have your period. Yeah,
Nigga, I got a girl.
like-
I got the period.
But then again,
app.
I'll
I
forget.
can fact check this.
yeah, dude.
I'll
You can really like, yeah.
I be forgetting.
Yeah,
Once I remember, I forget again.
Yeah, man. No, they would figure it out.
That's it. I mean, because, all right, as a man, the other day, I didn't really feel like it. I'm not going to lie. And as a man, you're not allowed to not be in the mood to
No,
fuck.
you definitely are.
Yeah. And,
it'll come back to you, but you definitely are.
This girl looked at me. She was basically to the effect of like, "What are you, gay?" And I was like, "I'm just
they're so
I'm
mean.
not in the mood." Like, if I ever said if the tables were turned, how bad would that be? I look like the biggest scumbag ever, right?
You think you can't be like you think I have to be gay and I want to have sex? And then they bring up that you're
And I was
homophobic.
like, "No, dude, I was just like kind of tired."
dude.
There's nothing more of a boner killer than a chick calling you gay.
Yeah.
The only thing that can really
She didn't say it, but I saw it in her eyes. She had your gay eyes.
Little twinkle.
the only thing that can like stop me 100% is like I'm angry, super angry, like in time sensitive. Like it's like I'm angry and I have to do something. So it's like I can't. That's a combo. Or my stomach. Like if I ate a bunch of shit, and the girl's like, come on, it's like you got to give me like 20 minutes. Like I'm down. But you're literally getting like sloshed, and I'm gonna slosh
my
myself into you.
allergies fuck with me too. Like, you ever try and eat box
Yes.
when you're having an
Yes.
allergy attack? I'm like,
Yes, dude, it's a fucking nightmare. With your nose is clogged.
sneezing.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's terrible. And then
your
like
mouth
your
dries up.
nose is like running, so you're like licking and you're fucking sucking, and you're just. It's awful.
It's the last thing your nose wants to be in. You got
Yeah,
allergies.
not when you have an allergy. Because like any little touch to your nose makes you want to sneeze. You ever sneeze into a vagina? I did. The bitch blew up like a balloon. It was fucking awesome.
I never see. I don't think I have. No,
Try it
definitely
out.
not.
Yeah,
I'm
give it a shot.
I'm pretty. Wait, why didn't you just move your head?
Because I'm not smart.
You
know?
felt it coming.
Yeah. Well, man, sometimes you just gotta roll the dice, and we're all about new experiences
Take shots,
here.
Take
So
chances.
Yeah, I see. In my head, I'd be like, well, I don't want to blow snot into her sniz,
I do.
and then I also don't
You're gonna have to
like that. You know what I mean? But then I also don't like. I'm so dumb where I'm like the balloon thing where I'm like, it'll come out of her eyes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like-
yeah, right. Wait, so if I blow in her pussy, will it come out her butt?
yeah, like dumb shit like that. Yeah, I'm so
You know
dumb.
how the body works.
I don't, dude. I'm so fucking dumb. Like, I still don't, dude. I'll be honest with you. I still don't know how girls pee or squirt
where
or
the pee comes
where the
from.
cum comes out of. Dude, I don't even know. Like, when girls say they
It's
cum,
not
sure.
cum, dude. It's pee.
Sure.
I've tasted it.
It's not
It's
pee,
pee.
though. It's not.
It's
though.
pee. I've tasted it.
Me too.
Or
It's
scientifically,
not.
it's pee. That's
I
what
guess, but listen, I've tasted both, and one's definitely bitter.
I like that we've all tasted
One's
pee.
definitely, dude. I'm definitely like. Everyone knows pee's like, ugh, like disgusting. Like
I
when a
kinda
girl
like it.
when a girl squirts in your face, it's like I don't know. It's not the same thing.
He's
at all.
not really on that like it's hardcore pee. He's not like a pee extremist. But you ever meet a nigga who's like, nah, it's cum.
Yeah, that happened.
but
All right,
you,
a
like,
guy
pull up
tried
the
to challenge
facts.
me on stage the other
Oh,
day.
yeah,
and
no,
I went,
it's-
"Shut the fuck up, sir! I'll
It's
die
not
on this
cum.
hill. It's piss.
Oh,
Now
I'm
sit
not.
down."
I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's cum.
Yeah.
But squirt is not like straight up piss either. It's not like yellowy. Are you kidding me? You're telling me it's just straight up piss?
Nah, it's not. It's not. There's
a little
something else.
something, yeah.
There's a little something,
There's
yeah.
something in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
something
I'm a
in there.
fan, but it's
It's like diluted pee.
It's like the fizz in soda.
There's a little bit of pee.
It's literally like the pee without all the food nastiness.
All right, you know how like dudes have pre-cum? That's like pre-piss.
Yeah, okay, I'll
Yeah.
take it, and I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. I don't mind it at all.
I'm glad we could agree on this.
Yeah, I'm not fucking right, dude. Dude, I didn't understand any guy who's like mad about like if a girl pees on you. That's I if a girl pissed in my face, I'd be like, what the fuck? But anything like if you're like,
I hope so.
yeah, no, I'd be like, what the
Wake
fuck
up,
are you
start
doing?
peeing on you.
But like if you're fingering a girl or like going down on her, and anything like reactive happens to them, like if they move, if they like yell out, if they're having a good time, I don't see how any of that has ever been like, I don't want them to turn off. Like if a girl squirts in my face, I'm not like, you could have warned me. I'm like, yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing here? What did I show? Like, what? I'm mad. Like, and the other thing too, it's like if they get to do like the amount of shit dudes do to chicks, where we're probably not going to do it to that degree back. Like, come on their face, like, all that shit. Like, you know, some of them can't do that.
I like how he pointed at me when he said, "Come on."
No, I had a mic in the other hand.
Come on her face.
I had a mic in the other hand.
They can really get
and then
away
he points
with
at you
anything.
and he's like, "Come on her titties."
Yeah,
titties,
exactly.
titties,
Come on her
face.
butt. You're black. You know, it's doggy style. No,
Come on her socks. You're autistic.
no, exactly.
They
Yeah,
can really get away with anything because we don't know how their bodies work.
yeah. No, but it's
true.
like, yeah, we can't we aim our cum places. Like, they
try
kind of
to.
just they
Try my
kind of
best,
just
yo. Sometimes it has a fucking flight plan of its own. Just
Yeah,
saying.
oh, yeah.
Sometimes the shit goes where you don't want
dude.
it
I've
to go.
had no
Right?
doubt. I've aimed for a cheek and ended up like in the girl's hair, and I'm like,
Yeah.
cool, dude.
Yeah, it's usually like if you go for the belly, but then you just overshoot it just a little bit, it's going up their nose
Oh,
like
no, yeah,
20% of the time.
Now they got cum allergies.
Yeah.
Hilarious. But it's like it comes with the territory. Like, same thing with if a girl's like, I squirt. It's like if a guy is against that, he's a fucking.
What'd you say, faggot? What'd you say?
It's just like you're a loser, dude. You're a fucking loser. Like, I don't. If some guy ever said that to me, it's like, I don't.
Yeah.
You're a fucking dork. And then you like, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, just deal with it. It's not. They're not like.
I don't like that shit.
Well,
Bitch, do some Kegels.
No, if you're gonna. No, my thing is like.
Control your pee flow.
I'm pretty indifferent. I mean, I think
Well-
that if I had to choose between squirting and not squirting, I think that I would choose the non-squirter, just because I don't want to change my sheets every single time.
Sure.
But,
yeah.
But yeah, I don't mind.
But that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
you don't encounter two like.
But it's not like you can make a girl like in a video game. You're like, squirting
Yeah,
or no
exactly.
squirting? I will choose the non-squirter.
Like, the
please.
mass
Like,
majority
you can't fucking
too,
control
from,
that.
in my experience, the mass majority usually aren't just like aiming and squirting everywhere. So you kind of like, it's like, okay, cool. Like, I don't know, just take that. Be happy that exists somewhere in the world, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
come, dude.
Don't be a fucking wiener.
Cum, dude. I'm glad
Dude,
that we
I
just
don't
talked about cum at the end
we'll have
here.
another
That's
second.
good.
I don't know
Yeah.
because you used to.
Did I start to cum?
I don't know.
We
Oh,
haven't dated in a
started.
while, but like, I don't know about you, but when I would go on dates with chicks on Tinder, I'm pretty good at like, I'm a great first date. I'm pretty nice. It is amazing how many of these chicks would tell me about like shit dudes were not into or like would say on first dates about dumb shit like, yeah, I just like, I don't want to date a girl who's a liberal or like they would bring up weird shit. It's like, why are you even talking? First of all, why are you demanding?
That's so raw. You get there. So
Yeah.
you're sitting there like, yo, buy what you want, but I don't want to fuck with a liberal.
Yeah,
so-
like what the fuck is going on in the world where it's like, yo, just feel each other out. If you guys have a connection, explore it to the extent, and then like, what's this? Like, you show up and you're like, we have to be on the same page. It's like, yo, that's never gonna happen.
Bro,
It's
it's the
fucking
first
weird.
fucking date.
Or not even
have
that.
some drinks, eat some fucking tacos, and maybe get a kiss.
Yeah,
Shut
but
the
like,
fuck
dude,
up,
there's
right?
dudes out there who are literally fucking idiots. Like, all you
Yeah.
have to do if you go on a date with a chick on Tinder or anything, just be nice and don't be 100% yourself in like a weird way.
Well, you
but
don't
be
want to
yourself.
let them in right away. That's
Yeah,
fucking
but like,
terrible
be
idea.
yourself. Like, start simple. Oh, what movies and TV shows do you like? Don't lie to them about that. Start there. There.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine going on a first date anymore. That's not
it's
happening. I'm not
very-
taking
It
a
sucks,
bitch on a
guys.
date.
It's fucking bad.
yeah.
I'm not
It's
doing that.
not fun.
I've had some great dates.
Just a lot
but
of
yeah,
games, and especially like using the apps. Like, it's a lot of games. Like, you'll like set up a date with a chick, and they will like just ghost you the day of. Like, that shit.
And
or
you're a
like,
good-looking guy. That's so.
Yeah.
You got
people
But it
be
happens
like-
to everybody. It happens to fucking literally
So long.
everybody.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like,
It really. If you
it
try-
doesn't. It's only happened to me like a couple times, but like a lot of the time, dude, you know when you feel it, you wake up and you know someone's gonna cancel on you. You can feel it in your bones. Like, there's
It's
just
in
like
the
this
air.
thing.
You're just like, it's
yeah,
gonna-
you're like, oh, here it comes, and then you see him text you, and you open it up, you're like, hey, you're gonna hate me. And you're like,
I had a girl keep canceling, and when I called her out on it, she's like, I mean, like, I don't even know you. I'm like, this is Tinder, you idiot. Like, what the
No
fuck?
shit, that's
the
why
fuck? Yeah, like, I'm not asking to meet you at your house. We're trying to meet at a like, let's meet at this pizza parlor. Like, I'll be there. Like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna kill
broke
you
his
there.
laptop and killed 4 teenagers.
No, that shit is hilarious. I don't
He
know.
brought it back.
Yeah, dude.
Yo, if you're like the way you is, because you single now. If
Yeah.
you texting a lot of chicks, that's almost like a part-time job.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
People be
that's
like, why
why
you
I can't do
like having a girlfriend is time efficient.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
dude.
save a lot of time.
Yeah, you do. You got it. And like,
Well, if you have a good one too, it's like you really are time efficient. Like my girl rules. Like she genuinely, like if I'm running behind on this, she'll like just be like, all right, I'll take care of it.
well, you guys got
like,
a team right now. I'm trying to
She
build
rules.
a team. Like you have a team already, right? That's why it's more efficient, right? You move as a unit, you could get shit done. Now I'm trying to like recruit for a team, basically, is what it's at, right?
Yep.
I'm trying to look for the prospects and
Human
everything. You got to
resources.
keep your hands in a lot of jars if you're like, there's nothing wrong with dating multiple people. If you're in a committed relationship with someone and dating other people, then that's where the fucking
Yeah,
lines are
no
drawn,
doubt.
right? So
Nope.
people think
Yeah.
like, oh, if you're dating me, I should be the only girl you're dating. No, it's not. Fuck you, sweetheart. That's not
yeah,
happening.
like how much?
Yeah.
Well, especially in the beginning.
In the beginning, like if we go on one date, I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything. You
Yeah,
can see
fuck
other
off.
people. I can see other people.
and it's also like
Imagine
But
trying to build your
wait,
business
before
on one
you go
bitch.
on, what I'm trying to say is it can be exhausting. Like at the end of the night, like sometimes I don't want to fucking talk. But like if you want to have good shot these days, you have to be active in your text messages, on your shit, or else they'll fucking not talk to you anymore, right?
yeah,
And you
especially in
gotta,
the beginning.
and you have to set the tone sometimes. But you can't be like the guy that's like, oh, I don't have my phone too much. I mean, everybody got their fucking phone on them all the time. You know what I mean? So, and then literally in my head, I said the douchiest thing I've ever said in the entire life. In my head, I went, before I went to bed, I went, fuck, I gotta text my bitches.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's so funny. That's so
It
funny.
sucks. I hate it. I just want
That's
to find
good.
one
That's
girl,
good though, dude. That's
I
so,
hate it. It sucks.
Yeah. No, dude. Yeah. Dating. If you aren't having like that conversation with those people, like, oh, are we dating? Then you can do whatever you want. But once those pop up and you have that conversation, whatever.
exactly.
But it's like, yeah, dude, that shit's weird.
I'd be worried to be in that position to start that business over because I got my shit down to a science.
Yeah.
I don't want to build it back up with these old ass 28-year-old women.
Yeah. I know.
Fucking old.
There is, dude. 30-year-old women. Ugh.
Just like, she's talking about like stocks and shit. I'm not trying to listen. Come on.
Damn, you're all like responsible. And
Oh, my
shit.
girl's older. She's definitely responded. That's actually why we probably work.
How old is she?
She's 31.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
What? Oh, she's 2 years older than you,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, dude, if you hung out with us, you'd be like, yeah, she's like, she's an older person than you. Like
She runs the show.
dude, she just has so much together compared to me.
All right, how do you? That's good. I don't know why she's with you then.
Oh yeah, she
all right.
rules.
All right, so how do you normally end this out? Do you have like a fucking trivia question? You got a game?
No, dude,
you got show me your dick?
no,
What?
we do it we've gone actually perfect amount of time.
Yeah.
We're just any other plug it again.
Plug what? Just Instagram and shit.
Whatever you can plug whatever you want. man.
Cody the comic on the socials, and you can also see my work on BRAZZERS.com. Check it out.
Duke Dangle's Instagram, legendary Mussa TikTok.
Hell yeah. You know me. Well, I don't even think I said my name to this. I didn't even introduce myself at the beginning of this. I
You
realized.
did. You did.
Oh,
yeah.
you did.
I know, but I didn't say my name.
Whatever. Fuck it.
They'll figure it out if they're listening. What am I fucking talking about? Yeah, guys, follow me at Silly Sally on Instagram. Also follow Yes Offense Podcast on Instagram. And I will be again at the Better Half Brewing Company May 26th. Starts at 6:30. BJ Quagan's hosting, Sean Murray featuring with me, and then Andre Kim is headlining, and it's gonna be a dope show. Got a few months, a bunch of shows up in June, but we'll just announce those when they get there. Send any hate mail to my DMs, anything to yesoffense official@gmail.com. Send anything there if you want to talk shit or whatever.
Tight.
Yeah, you guys have been great. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Cool. Fuck you.
Thanks.
Fuck you, asshole. No dick, asshole.